6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Danushka Madhavala, read by Soundi Thavam. A systematic program has been implemented to curb the drug menace in the country. All state retail organizations will be brought under one roof in every district. 540 new students will be enrolled to the universities. Sri Lanka registered 955 new positive cases of COVID-19 yesterday. Pakistan welcomes decision to permit the burial of COVID victims. Sri Lanka and Japan conclude the second policy dialogue virtually. A fully equipped sports ground will be provided to each divisional secretariat area. In world news, the US announces sanctions on Myanmar coup leaders. Minister Sarath Veerasekara says that a systematic program has been implemented to curb the drug menace in the country. He said that the program will be implemented under 3 phases. The minister told the SLBC that in the first phase, the government will stop the entry of drugs to the country. The second phase is setting up of anti-narcotic clubs in schools. Rehabilitating the addicts is the third phase of this program. A large marketplace which brings all state retail organizations under one roof will be declared open under the patronage of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The aim of this project is to bring all state retail institutions and all local retailers to the same place. This is a concept of Minister Bandula Gunawardena. With this project, consumers can buy quality products at a reasonable price under the government assurance under one roof. The aim of the government is to set up this kind of STC Rajavasala shopping complexes in every district. Minister Professor G.L. Piris said that the government will solve the problem of the advanced level students according to the court orders. Accordingly, another 540 students will be enrolled to the universities. Addressing the House yesterday, the minister said that 110 students to the medical faculty, 30 students to the dental faculty, 100 students to the engineering faculty, and 150 students to the management faculty will be enrolled under this order. The minister was replying to a question raised by MP Anurakumara Dissanayake. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan has welcomed the decision by the government to permit the burial of bodies of persons who pass away in Sri Lanka with COVID-19. The Pakistani Prime Minister, issuing a message on Twitter, said, "Quote, we welcome Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa's assurance given in the Sri Lankan Parliament today, allowing Muslims to bury those who died from COVID-19, unquote." Prime Minister Imran Khan is due to arrive in the country this month on a state visit. The second round of the Sri Lanka-Japan policy dialogue at the senior official level of the 2 foreign ministries was held virtually yesterday. Reminiscing the solid foundation of recorded political and cultural interactions between Sri Lanka and Japan, the 2 sides discussed an array of policy priorities in the national, regional and international levels and resolved to work together in pursuing the common goals of interest. Both sides reviewed and noted key areas for expanding economic cooperation with a special focus on strengthening trade, investment and the development partnership. They also agreed to further consolidate cooperation in the areas of contemporary relevance. While recognizing the importance of rules-based maritime order in the Indian Ocean, the 2 sides decided to continue joint endeavours in enhancing maritime cooperation and mutual support at multilateral fora. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
People's Bank introduces the Parinatha Vishrama loan scheme to honour and empower pensioners.
Sri Lanka registered 955 new positive cases of COVID-19 yesterday. The Department of Government Information says 940 of the new infections are close contacts of earlier cases linked to the Paliagoda cluster. Meanwhile, 15 have been reported from the prison cluster. The remaining 8 were identified as arrivals from the United Arab Emirates. The new development has pushed the country's confirmed COVID-19 cases count to 72,174. According to COVID-19 figures, 6,160 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centres. Isolation orders in 771 Bondupiriya Grama Niladari division in the Matugama Divisional Secretariat has been lifted with immediate effect. The head of the National Operations Centre for the Prevention of COVID-19 outbreak, Army Commander General Shavendra Silva, announced this in a media release issued yesterday. 5 more COVID-19 related deaths were reported in Sri Lanka yesterday. The Director General of Health Services confirmed this. Following the new development, the total lives claimed by the novel coronavirus outbreak in the country has climbed to 375. The Secretary to the Ministry of Rural Roads and Other Infrastructure Facilities, Professor Ranjit Disanayake, says that priority will be given to protect the environment during development projects. He said that the ministry will conduct road development work, ensuring minimal damage to the environment. That's local news.
People's Bank introduces the Parinatha Vishrama loan scheme to honor and empower pensioners.
අපේම දරුවෝ වගේ අපට සැලකිල්ල.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Minister Namal Rajapaksa says that the program to provide a fully equipped sports ground to each divisional secretariat area will commence on the 1st of next month. He said that funds have been allocated for 342 divisional secretariat areas in this regard. 1.5 million rupees has been allocated for each divisional secretariat area. He also said a program has been launched to maintain all playgrounds. The minister added that steps have been taken to develop school playgrounds in 100 education zones, and that came to you in the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Taking a look at Watchlight, the Bar Association of Sri Lanka will hold the National Law Conference 2021 on Friday and Saturday at the Galadari Hotel, Colombo. The conference will focus on the ways in which the legal profession can be fashioned to meet the requirements of the fast-developing and oncoming future while preserving the fundamentals within the profession. The conference has been converted to a hybrid virtual and physical conference due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The conference will be held under the theme of futurism. That came to you in Watchlight. We take a look at world news next.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In world news headlines, the US announces sanctions on Myanmar coup leaders. The WHO backs the Oxford COVID vaccine even if variants present. 3 Cubans survive on coconuts for 33 days on uninhabited island. US President Joe Biden has approved an executive order to impose sanctions on the leaders of Myanmar's coup. The measures will be focused on military leaders, their family members, and businesses linked to them. Steps are also being taken to block access by the military to $1 billion of government funds held in the US. The sanctions come as a woman who was shot in the head during protests against the coup fights for her life at a hospital in the capital, Naypyidaw. Meathevi Kaing, 19, was hurt on Tuesday when police tried to disperse protesters using water cannon, rubber bullets and live rounds. The wound was consistent with one from live ammunition, rights groups say. The World Health Organization recommends using the vaccine developed by the University of Oxford and AstraZeneca, even in countries tackling new variants of the coronavirus. Some new forms of the virus appear to make vaccines less effective. The The WHO also says the vaccine can be used in people aged over 65, which some countries have advised against. Spacing out the 2 doses, as is happening in the UK, makes the vaccine more effective, it advises. 3 people believed to have been stranded on an uninhabited island in the Bahamas for 33 days have been rescued, the US Coast Guard says. An aircrew was on a routine patrol when it spotted the group frantically waving a makeshift flag on Anguilla Cay. The Cuban nationals told officials they had survived largely on coconuts. The crew was not equipped to carry out an immediate rescue, but food, water and a radio were dropped to them so that they could communicate. Back to the headlines of this bulletin of world news. The US announces sanctions on Myanmar coup leaders. The WHO backs the Oxford COVID vaccine even if variants present. And 3 Cubans survive on coconuts for 33 days on uninhabited island. That concludes this bulletin of world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In development news, the Sri Lankan Trade Information Portal was launched yesterday. The portal hopes to provide importers and exporters with trade-related information that is curated by the Department of Commerce under the Trade Ministry and the International Trade Centre. The portal's design and functionality are to suit the government's trade policy, which is centred around the upliftment of rural livelihoods through international trade in primary products. The Minister of Trade, Dr. Bandula Gunawardena, said, quote, this portal would facilitate international commerce by SMEs at a lower cost. The Sri Lanka Trade Information Portal is key to the improvement of the ease of doing business. It is a key to the implementation of the WTO plan, unquote. That ends development news, and taking a look at sports news. Atalanta will face Juventus in the Coppa Italia final after beating Napoli in the semi-final, thanks to 2 goals from Matteo Pessina. After a goalless first leg, Duan Zapata fired Atalanta into the lead from 25 yards, and the striker was involved in all 3 goals. He set up Matteo Pessina for their second goal only after 16 minutes. Irving Lozano gave Napoli hope, but then Pessina poked home the clinching goal after a fine passing move. Atalanta, who lost the 2019 final to Lazio, have only won 1 major trophy in their history, the 1963 Coppa Italia. That's sports news. Business news up next.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Royal Fernwood Porcelain Limited, a large-scale manufacturer of high-quality white and decorated porcelain tableware, recently manufactured a very delicate and important engineering component, the heater insulator for Recon Limited New Zealand, a global high-technology organisation that is in the forefront of enabling connectivity and communications by designing and manufacturing world-leading frequency-controlled solutions. The heater insulator, which is manufactured by Royal Fernwood to precision, is said to be used in the temperature chamber, which is capable of handling varying temperatures from minus 60 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius, and heating is done with 3-phase electricity. The heater insulator is used for holding heater coils in place, thus can withstand high heat applications. That's business news. Economic news up next.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Orail Corporation unveiled its newest innovative venture recently by opening the second Orail by Unmanned store at the Makumbara Multimodal Centre. The centre was opened by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Speaking at the event opening, President Rajapaksa said that he was happy to see such innovative measures being initiated that will truly boost not only business but also offer safety, efficiency and convenience for the people. He commended Orail in bringing the next evolution in retail to the country. The Orail by Unmanned store is contactless and can be accessed simply by downloading and scanning a QR code. Payment is convenient and fully digital with the Orail Pay app. That's economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The weather report to conclude, mainly fair weather will prevail over most parts of the island. Misty conditions can be expected in the central, Sabragamo and Uva provinces and in the Galle and Matara districts during the morning. To conclude this morning news broadcast, a recap of the headlines. A systematic program has been implemented to curb the drug menace in the country. All state retail organizations will be brought under one roof in every district. 540 new students will be enrolled to the universities. Sri Lanka registered 955 new positive cases of COVID-19 yesterday. Pakistan welcomes decision to permit the burial of COVID victims. Sri Lanka and Japan conclude the second policy dialogue virtually. A fully equipped sports ground will be provided to each divisional secretariat area. And the US announces sanctions on Myanmar coup leaders. That concludes this morning's news broadcast.